Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto district of Seattle. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And it takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Williams. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker.
And muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
The numbers for Walker last week: 20 carries, 101 yards, and a score.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 41.
They'll go play action here with Williams.
And Walker has it. But he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 23.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The Seahawks are 3-6 now of the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Now he's going to step up and run.
And they'll get this down to the 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's another Seahawks first down. First down and 10 yards to go.
They'll run with the Rutgers man, Kyle Mongai.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
Now 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 9-yard.
To the air, Williams.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
Looking to throw is Williams.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Reggie Gilliam,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Seahawks will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon.
Now for the point after. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0.
Commanders nothing.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Commanders making their way out.
And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
I love this quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
And 4 of those picks led to the loss.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Commanders first down.
On first and 10, it's Bigsby.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll go play action here with Rattler.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Pooner Ford, the one to get to him and drop him.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Straight ahead they go with Ali.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
Oh, nice move. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
To throw, it's Williams. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Gets past one man. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Seahawks.
Walker now in 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. When you look at this defense,
they're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. He finds his man. And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
and they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 41-yard line.
The Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Williams looking to do it himself.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Caleb Williams.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Seahawks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
An extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good, and they They've jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Now Rattler.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Second down and 6 now.
It's now second and 6.
Rattler working out of the gun.
Looking outside, and he's got a man. That's Higgins. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
From the gun, here's Rattler. He'll try to pick it up himself.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Washington, first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And Bigsby once more.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. 1 yard and now no yards. Have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
To the air is Rattler.
And that will be incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds. And now 4th down.
Evan McPherson on for the field goal. A 40-yard.
McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have the kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, he shifts past him.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Play action. Now Williams.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
First down.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. That's downfield. He's got Tonjes. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Throwing is Williams. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Justin Jefferson, 38 yards. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out, I mean, they're on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history to making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to go to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the shotgun, Rattler. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
And the Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
21-3 is your score after one.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
As they've got it with a first and 10.
Handoff here to Ali. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Washington Commanders first down. A gain of 15.
From the gun, Bigsby.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Rattler wants to throw it. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
A gain of 17 yards.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Throwing is Rattler. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Intended for Jackson.
Here's second and 10.
Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. Got St. Brown running the quick slant here.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and 5.
To the air once more is Rattler. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
First and goal at the 7.
On the give, it's Ali.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
Down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Rattler. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
They'll look to throw for it with Rattler. He'll try and do this himself.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. He opted to go with the scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Pearson on for the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Oh, look at the juke.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Williams.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walker.
15 yards on the play. And the Seahawks first down.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. Throw out wide to Walker. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup.
Operating from the gun. Williams.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Going deep for Walker. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on a punt now on 4th down.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taken at about the 16. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense and Spencer Rattler getting ready for this next possession. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Another run by Bigsby.
Nifty move. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Here's a give to Bigsby.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Washington Commanders first down. It's a gain of 10. And the Washington first down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And complete to Smith-Njigba.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
On play action, Rattler. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter.
As he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs. And sometimes you can be a little too quick. Thus, inaccurate, incomplete.
Looking to throw is Williams.
He's got the hook up with Diggs.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll go play action here with Williams. He completes this to Walker.
gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the second down and 6.
Second and 6 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Walker with it over the middle.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To the air once more, Williams.
Left side caught by Diggs.
Second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the Commanders' 32-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. Third and a yard.
Brings up third and 1.
Williams going to sneak it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on third and 1.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Running left is Walker.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on second and 14.
To throw, it's Williams. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it was 4th down and 1 in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little bit surprised that that's exactly what they decided to do. I kind of thought that they would go for it in that situation. But sometimes I'm sure you just think to yourself, take the 3 points, put them in your pocket, and move on.
And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Maybe 2 weeks in a row now. He's kind of been Johnny on the spot. A fumble recovered last week, and now 2 in a row.
Reminds me a little bit of an old teammate of mine. We used to call him the Vulture because he would swoop in and clean up after the play was made. But, boy, we said it with a lot of affection because he made a lot of game-changing plays by getting to the football that had been knocked loose.
What was your nickname, by the way?
Can you go get me some water, guy, please? The rest of us are playing.
Right. Too humble. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Here's Walker.
Ooh, the juke. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
To throw, Williams.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Commanders back out late in this first half.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Rattler. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Rattler wants to throw it. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's pulled in at the 32. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Here's a 2nd and 5. To the air, Williams. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing is Williams. Oh, that is incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number one. So halftime here out west, let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with
our
EA
journey
Sports
through the NFL
report.
starts now. NRG Stadium in Houston. It's the Texans at home to take on the Jags in the AFC South. And how about a big play here from the Jaguars defense? The ball's out. It's scooped up, and they're going to return it for the touchdown. A turnover in their own end of the field for a score for the D. The Jaguars win their 2nd straight, and they do it in style. With that, time for a look at the rest of the action going on here in week number 11 in the NFL's regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Jackson on the tackle.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 40.
The throw. Here's Rattler.
And his throw is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Looking to put a drive together.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And he'll get this to the 32.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Malik Mustafa on the coverage.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lop one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
A punt of 46, a return of 5.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Play action, now Rattler. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
That's another Washington first down.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call.
Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Rattler. Now he's going to step up and run.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ballgame. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Back to Walker on first down.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 30-yard line.
And going right back to Walker.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down behind the line of
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Here's Williams.
Oh, he stays up.
Williams looking to do it himself.
And some room to maneuver.
Inside the 20.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
The Seahawks, first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Williams. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be P9. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. Or maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Walker once more. And this time he's in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, he did the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now the try here for the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Seahawks.
A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Throwing is Rattler. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Washington.
On first down, it's a run with Ali. And a good run here as he'll run it all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
To the air is Rattler. They're complete to Smith and Jigba. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
They'll fake the give, and here's Rattler.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Rattler from the gun, 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete.
And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
Evan McPherson on for the field goal.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Mike Green on the stop.
Looking to throw is Williams. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Mike Green, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And, Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
The Washington offense set to take over.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
1st and 10 is Bugsby.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Tackle made.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw here.
And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 8 yards.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on for the 5th time here today. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've got the lead here as they begin this drive, trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth from the loss last week to the LA Chargers. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he stopped immediately there.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Back to throw.
Williams. He's got room past the 30.
And finally down at the 41-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for a Seahawks. First down.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
On play action is Williams.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Mike Green able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Throw out wide to Walker. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
24-yard line.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll look to throw here on first down. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
That's another Washington first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Second and 5.
Over the middle, complete. It's Washington. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw.
They'll set up a screen for Bigsby.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Commanders first down.
Now Rattler.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Now Rattler will throw again.
Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
A 9-yard gain on the play.
On 4th down, here's Rattler.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Looking to put a drive together.
Incomplete. It's a turnover on down.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And they'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Oliver made the tackle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 14.
Now a 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
59 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
26-yard line.
Walker with another carry.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line.
The line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
To the air, Williams. Middle of the field to Jefferson.
So 8 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
That's a gain of 8. Makes
In
it
search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw, it's Williams. And that one to the right side and incomplete. The
Seahawks send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll throw. Here's Rattler.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Chris Paul Jr. picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's
Rattler wants to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even an offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers, and they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
Do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere. But the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They'll run here with the young guy. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
It's
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
For a Seahawks. First down. 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
It's complete to Diggs. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. From the shotgun, Rattler. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
From the gun, Bigsby. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No gain on the play.
Here's Rattler.
3rd down and 7.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. They'll go. Here's Rattler. He'll try to do it himself. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Is a turnover on downs.
From the gun, it's Walker. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
2nd and 7.
They run the option on 2nd down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
A 7-yard gain. And the Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Trying the left side with Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
On the stop. Tackled back at the 26-yard line.
So the victory here for Seattle. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else, in their sanity as they move to 4-6. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Washington, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.